Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. And this time I'm going to talk about what happened tonight in 2024 NBA playoff day 33. Where today was the second day in the NBA Conference Finals, where this day was the turn of the Western Conference Final, where was played the game one between the Timberwolves and the Mavericks, where it was a very close and thought game. It was toward closely like the last game between the Celtics and the Pacers. And in this time, the Mavericks won the first game as a road team, 100 to 105. And with this victory, now the Mavericks stole the home court advantage in this series till this moment, and took a lead of 1-0 in the series. About this game, was very great because always the game was very close. Where I think that in the first half the Timberwolves were a little better than the Dallas Mavericks, but always the difference was between 1 to 7 point difference. And in the second half is when the Mavericks play better basketball, especially in the last quarter where they play better. They play better in the close time, and they show you why they are, in my opinion, the favorite teams to win this conference and represent the Western Conference in the finals. And I think that the Mavericks in this moment they had the momentum. I think that between the four teams they are the best team that are playing the basketball in this moment. They have a very great team and they have a very great superstar in Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, where Luka Doncic play a very great basketball level, especially in the last in the second half, and for that reason they won this game. About this game, the game who I told you was very close, where in the first quarter the Timberwolves were leading the game. Of course, the Mavericks took the advantage in front of them, but in most of the time the Timberwolves were leading the game. But the Mavericks led the game in the most important part of the game, in the fourth quarter, and especially where they get that gap and they control the game and they won the game. In the first quarter, the game was very close, but in the last 1 or 2 minutes of the quarter, the Timberwolves closed better and they won the quarter by 6 point difference, 33 to 27. In the second quarter, the Mavericks play a little better than the Timberwolves. They won this quarter by 3 point difference, 32 to 29. But still the Timberwolves were leading the game, this time by just 3 point difference, and the Timberwolves were leading 62 to 59. In the first minutes of in the second half, in the first minutes of the quarter, the Mavericks play better, where they tied the game, and after that the Timberwolves after that they increase more than 5 point lead. But in the last 3 to 2 minutes of the quarter, the Mavericks closed better the game, where they won again this quarter, this time by 2 point difference, 23 to 21. And in this moment the Mavericks reduced the gap to the game to 1 point difference, and the Timberwolves were just leading by 1 point difference in the end of the quarter, 83 to 82. And in the fourth quarter, the Mavericks dominated this quarter, where in the first minutes of the quarter, the Mavericks took the control of the game, where they took a 5 points lead. Later in the middle of the quarter, the Timberwolves took again the advantage, but the Mavericks did the play better in the close time, where in the last 2-3 minutes of the game, the Mavericks took the lead of the game. They play a very great defense in the game, especially in this part of the game, and they won the game 108 to 105. And the most important is they got the victory, and they are leading in this moment 1-0 in the series. So about the real statistics, the Mavericks threw for a 50% from field goal, and the Timberwolves by a 43 percentage. And the Mavericks play a very bad game in the triple point, because they used to score 6 points, and the Timberwolves play a very great game in the triple zone, where they score 18 triples. But the big difference here is that the Mavericks dominate the paint, where they score 62 points, and the Timberwolves plus 38. And here was the difference where the Mavericks won the game. About individual statistics, the best player was Luka Doncic with 33 points, but the most important is that he scored 19 out of these 33 points in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. And the second best scorer was Kyrie Irving that scored 30 points, and the third one was PG Washington with 30 points. And by the Timberwolves side, the best player was Jaden McDaniels with 34 points. The second was Anthony Edwards with a double-double with 19 points and 11 rebounds. He did play a very great basketball according to his basketball level, because we are used to that he scored more than 20 points each game, like 30 points. And the third best scorer was Karl Anthony Towns with 60 points, and the fourth one was Nas Reed with 50 points. So what's next? The second game we will play this next Wednesday again in Minnesota. The game 2, where this game will be played in 20:30 time in the same time zone. So I think that in the second game the Timberwolves are gonna to adjust its basketball level. I think that they're gonna to play better. They're gonna to close better the game, and I think that the Timberwolves are gonna to win this game by 1 or 3 point difference, and they were gonna to tie the series. And so what's next? Tomorrow we will play the game 2 in the Eastern Conference Finals, where in this moment, where between the Celtics and the Pacers, tomorrow at 20 o'clock Eastern time in the TD Garden. Remember the yesterday the Celtics battled Allure, and more what they expected against the Pacers, where they defeated in overtime 153 to 128. Remember that the Pacers had the game under control, and they were leading by 3 point difference, 114 to 111, something like that, but 3 point difference with less than 10 seconds to play. The Pacers didn't play a very great basketball level in that part of the game. They let the Celtics tie the game, and in the overtime won it. So I think that this game was closer than what expected. But again, I think that the Pacers missed a great opportunity to win the one game in the TD Garden. So I think that in the second game the Celtics are going to win this game by 3 or 5 point difference, and that we will get they will take a 2-0 lead in the game. But remember that in the game 2, in the first 2 rounds, the Celtics lost both games. In the first round against the Miami Heat, and in the second round against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So maybe they have more possibilities to lose this game, but I think that the Celtics are going to win by 5 or 10 point difference, and they're going to win they are going to take a 2-0 lead in the series. So in this video I talk about what happened tonight, where the Mavericks defeated 108 to 105 the Timberwolves, and took the lead of the series 1-0 in the Western Conference Finals. And the game and tomorrow we'll have the game 2 in the Eastern in the Eastern Conference Final between the Celtics and the Pacers, where the Celtics are leading the series 1-0. So this is all for tonight. See you next video. Gibran.